What's up, guys? Happy New Year. It's 𝗙𝗲𝗲 here, owner of Strategic Test Prep. And is your New Year's resolution to get your SAT score up? Well, we've got a new year, guys. We've got a new test coming for you international people. And I'm really excited for this video today because I haven't done an SAT strategy video in a while. And this strategy you can actually use for the new digital SAT, but also for the paper-based test for all you US students out there that are still rocking that paper-based test this year. So if you're like me and you were lower in the English, I mean, I know when I was in high school, I only had a 640 in the English, but I got a 780 in the math, so I was super lopsided. These strategies that I use now help me get into the high 700s in English, so I'm going to share a really important one with you today. That being said, for you paper-based people, I have updated my self-paced online SAT course. It'll help you get ready for the paper-based test. It's juicy, these updates, you guys. It's like specifically updated to get you ready for this March test and even for the May test. So the test this spring, you're going to be super prepared with the materials that I'm providing and the lessons I'm providing in that online course. So I'm going to link it up here. I am anticipating hitting 3,000 subscribers this week. Make sure if you're watching my videos, you subscribe right now. Hit that subscribe button below because I'm doing a digital SAT series and you don't want to miss out on all these new strategies and things that are going to help you succeed. And I'm taking the March paper-based test. So I'm going to be doing videos on getting ready for the March paper-based test. So I just need like 10 more people or something to get to 3,000. So to celebrate ahead of time, I'm taking $100 off that online course. Check out the link below for that. Okay, so that's enough out of me. Why don't we get into what you guys came here for? Let's check out this English strategy that I want to show you. Okay, guys, so as you know, I've been doing a lot of research on the digital SAT, how it's scored, what components are part of it. And I've been really diving into the English side of the digital SAT. So what I've come to find is that this particular type of question we're going to look at, which is called a transition question, makes up about 15% of the English side of the digital SAT. Now, on the paper-based test, transition questions can range anywhere from 2 to 4 questions in the section. So you're looking at anywhere from 5 to 10% of the writing on the paper-based test. So either way, this question is valuable, but it's even more valuable now during the redesign. So it's going to be even more important that you understand how to tackle these. Transition words can be arranged into 3 major categories. The first category is a support. So a support transition basically does what it sounds like. It supports the topic sentence of the paragraph or the main idea of the paragraph. So for example, let's say I made an argument that, my hometown, Binghamton, New York, is the best city in America. Then that would be my topic sentence. And then I would have to provide detailed sentences underneath backing up that topic sentence. So I might say, for example, we're the carousel capital of the world. In addition, we have Speedies, which if you guys don't know what a chicken Speedy is, that's okay. You can Google it. It's pretty good. But yeah, so those are the types of transitions that fall into the support category. So very common ones on the test are, for example, and for instance. Now those typically start the second sentence of the paragraph. But anyways, I just mentioned some more that are support. So we've got furthermore, similarly, in addition, moreover, they love. And I think College Board loves moreover because they know students are unfamiliar with it. Also, likewise, these are all really good examples of supports. Next category is a contrast. Contrasts are really nice because they're easy to pinpoint. With a contrast, the first sentence and the second sentence go against each other. So your first sentence might have a positive tone and your second sentence might have a negative tone. So some common words that are contrast words that College Board will use on the SAT are as follows. However, nevertheless, regardless, in contrast, but, on the contrary, conversely. Okay, I think that's a good start. I'm just rattling them off. So that would be some contrast words. Now, here's something really interesting, and I'm not sure if you guys knew this or not. There has been a question on a past SAT where they were testing however versus nevertheless. So most of the time on transition questions, if you get 2 words from the same category, for instance, if I had 2 supports like similarly and furthermore, They can't both be right. They function the same exact way, but on multiple choice, you only have one right answer. So I have to cross off similarly and furthermore right off the bat because neither of them can be the right answer. That's what's nice about transitions. A lot of the times you can actually narrow it down to 2 right away and just have a 50-50. But the only exception to that is if they give you the words however and nevertheless together. You actually have to keep them even though they're both contrasts and consider them. Because however the less, okay, let's try that again. However is a word that goes from positive to negative, and nevertheless is a word that goes from negative to positive. So for example, I might say, I won the lottery last year. However, I had to pay a lot in taxes. Wah, wah. But if I use nevertheless, I would say, I had to pay a lot in taxes last year. Nevertheless, I won the lottery. Some people also say, however is less formal and nevertheless is more formal. But I don't really think that context helps you on this test. The one thing that does help is knowing that difference, because that's what's been tested before. All right, our last category of the 3 major categories, they're called causations. So causations, it has the word cause in it, and that's really what this transition does. It's a cause and effect. So the first sentence causes the second sentence. So some example causation words would be therefore, thus, consequently, subsequently, hence, accordingly. These are all really good causation words that College Board uses on the SAT. So to give it to you in context, I might say something like, I lost my job, thus I'm broke. That's how a causation would work. I am broke because I lost my job. So there's also some exceptions. So not everything is going to fit into those 3 categories. And a big exception I've seen that is the right answer sometimes is called a reinforcer. So a reinforcer are transitions like indeed, in fact, and in other words. Basically, the second sentence is just restating or re-emphasizing the sentence before it. Let's take a look at a question together now. So I'm on a transition question, and when you practice transitions, you might want to start by categorizing the answer choices. I think it's a good practice to get you to remember what word goes in what category, and also to see if there are any transition words that are from the same category so you can cross them off. So I'll show you on my screen. What I'll do here is I'm going to label accordingly. I know that that's a causation. In addition is a support. However is a contrast. And therefore is a causation. So at this point, I see I have 2 causations. I'm just going to go ahead and eliminate them. Remember, if they function the same exact way, neither of them can be right. There's only one right answer in multiple choice. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually read the first part. So this is kind of interesting. There's actually a semicolon here instead of a period. So that's fine though. Semicolon basically separates 2 complete sentences. So I'm going to read the part before the semicolon. Paleontologists from the United Kingdom and Morocco state that the remains of mid-Cretaceous marine reptiles known as pliosaurs have largely been found in marine deposits from oceans. Okay, that's important. They've largely been found in marine deposits from oceans. And then it says blank, some occur in low salinity or freshwater environments. So mostly they're found in oceans, but some are found in freshwater environments. Well, I don't think oceans and freshwater environments are the same. That sounds like it goes against each other to me. So that's definitely not a support. That's going to be a contrast. That's basically how you're going to tackle transitions. Sometimes they're easier than others. Sometimes they can get pretty ugly. Worst case scenario, if you're not sure what to pick, just dot it to come back to and come back to it later. But yeah, 15% of the digital test. So make sure you start getting good at these, because between the transitions, the words in context, and the standard English convention questions, it's like 56 or 59% of the digital test. If you can get good at those 3 things, you've already mastered more than half of the English. Expect some videos on that, by the way. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. I'll see you guys again soon, and happy prepping.